Edward and Gordon would often pass by the tunnel where Henry was shut up. Edward would say, "Peep, peep, hello." And Gordon would say, "Boop, boop, boop, serves you right." Poor Henry had no steam to answer. His fire had gone out. Certain dirt from a tunnel roof had spoiled his lovely green paint and red stripes. He was cold and unhappy, and wanted to come out and pull trains too. Gordon always pulls the big express. He is proud of being the only engine strong enough to do it. There were many heavy coaches full of important people, like the fat director who had punished Henry. Gordon was seeing how fast he could go. "Hurry, hurry, hurry," he panted. "Trickety-trock, trickety-trock," said the coaches. Gordon could see Henry's tunnel in front. "In a minute," he thought, "I'm gonna poop, poop, poop at Henry," and rushed through and out in the open again. Closer and closer he came. He was almost there when... His cloud of steam was going slower and slower. His driver stopped the train. "What has happened to me?" asked Gordon. "I feel so weak." "You burst your safety valves," said the driver. "You can't pull the train anymore." "Oh dear," said Gordon. "We were going so nicely too. And look, this Henry laughing to me." Gordon made a face at Henry and blew some smoke at him. Everybody came out and came to see Gordon. "Huh," said the fat director. "I never liked these big engines, always going wrong. Send for another engine at once." While the guard went to find one, they uncoupled Gordon and ran him on a siding out of the way. The only engine left in the yard was Edward. "I'll come and try," he said. Gordon saw him come in. "That's no use," he said. "Edward can't push the train." Edward puffed and pulled, but he couldn't move the heavy coaches. "I told you so," said Gordon rudely. Why not let Henry try?" "Yes," said the fat director, "I will." "Will you help pull this train, Henry?" he asked. "Yes," said Henry at once. So Gordon's driver and fireman lit his fire. Some plate layers broke down the wall and put back the wheels. And when he steamed up, Henry puffed out. He was dirty. His boiler was black, and he was covered in cobwebs. "Oh, I'm so stiffed, he groaned. "You better have a one to adjust your joints and find a turntable," said the fat director. Kindly, Henry came back, feeling better, and they put him in front. "Peep, peep, I'm ready," said Edward. "Peep, peep, peep," said Henry. "So am I." Pull hard, puffed Edward. We're doing it, puffed Henry. "Pull hard, we'll do it, They puffed together. The heavy coaches jerked and began to move, slowly but first, faster and faster. We're done together, said Edward and Henry. You've done it, hooray, sang the coaches. The passengers were excited. The fat director leaned out of the window to wave at Edward and Henry. But the train was going so fast, Hap blew off into a field where a goat ate it for tea. Bleh. They never stopped until they came to the big station at the end of the line. The passengers all got out and said thank you, and the fat director promised Henry a new coat of paint. Edward and Henry went home quietly, and on their way, they helped Gordon back to the shed. All three engines are now great friends. Henry doesn't mind the rain now because he knows that the best way to keep his paint nice is not to run into tunnels, but to ask his driver to rub him down when a day's work is over.